So here I am at Quarry Mill in Cheshire. So this place was built in 1784. Let's get down here to show you. I'm going to be doing the inside in a moment. It's just starting to rain, so I'm just trying to get the outside done as fast as possible. So as I say, built in 1784. This is the best preserved textile mill of the Industrial Revolution. And it's still all working inside. You can see the mill as you can actually hear a bit now. Don't know how well you can pick that up, but you can hear the machines inside working away. So this property originally built by Samuel Gregg. Now Samuel Gregg originally came from Belfast, came over from Belfast to Liverpool, then Liverpool to Manchester, well Cheshire area, and then that's where he built this. He purchased this land off a local lord who said you can build the mill here as long as you do not cut any of the trees down in the area, because it's a beautiful area. You didn't want it ruining by anything like that. Let's have a little walk down here. Now you just got to imagine the families and stuff that would have been here, because obviously back in those days when they built the mill, they built houses for them. I'm not sure if that was one of them. There is an apprentice house here, but it's a private tour. You can't just walk around it on your own, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to do that today with getting the train and so on. But it's an interesting place inside. Oh, you can see there, Quarry Mill, built by Samuel Gregg of Belfast, Ireland, 1784. But what we'll do is we'll get inside as usual, have a little look round, show you some of the machinery working and stuff like that. I think I'm going to go for that one. Nice bit of memorabilia. So this just gives you the example of what the cotton looked like when it come off the plants. There's a lot of school kids in here at the minute, so I'm going to be stopping and starting at certain places so you can see. There's the old cotton plant. I don't know what these machines did exactly. I'm not an expert, it's a bit before my time, but in some of the other rooms they've got them working and stuff like that, so we can have a proper look how they would have worked. That case there just explains about Samuel Gregg when he first came from Belfast, writing a letter to his family. Let's get into the next one.
No. So this is actually, it's doing all the work for the weaver. Right. So the picking stick is going to be throwing the shuttle over the threads, and it's going to leave a thread behind. Yeah. And it keeps throwing it backwards and forwards at about 70 miles an hour. Right. So that's why these ones are so noisy. Yeah. So one person would normally look after about 4 to 6 looms, and you'd have about 200 to 300 in an ordinary weaving shed. So you'd be a bit louder than this. Yeah.
So if you can hear me over that noise then, so that's just giving an example of how it used to work. That there with the with the cotton inside shoots from side to side. That's what that noise is you can hear. This must be some of the old machinery, spare parts and stuff like that. But yeah, you can hear the noise difference when she turns it off. Can you imagine all them going at the same time? Jesus. But a lot of people used to go deaf working in places like this. Let's go to the next one. Maybe upstairs. Can't believe how loud that was then. Just off one machine. Like I said, I'm going to be cutting from scene to scene to scene. I know it's not the best kind of video to do it like that, but there's about 3 school trips and there's a lot of people visiting today, so I can't get it as streamlined as I'd like. This must be where they took the cotton and they've made it into strips like that. That must be where it spins round and makes it into a. I don't even know what you'd call that, to be honest with you. It looks like a bit of a finer string kind of texture instead. There's a school trip coming. I'll just carry on in a second. So this must be all at one time doing. There must be hundreds of reels of like string there, or fine cotton, all coming off that one machine. That's all them. I don't know if these are all the same kind of style in machine. You know, like what they actually do. They look slightly different, so it's possible that they could be. I think this is more of an exhibition room. You can leave your mark, you do a little note. It's quite fitting that there's a lot of children in here at the moment, seeing as a lot of the workforce would have been children. So this is Be It Remembered, agreed between you and Samuel Gregg. This must be like maybe a contract or something like that. Oh, is that where they used to weigh the cotton? Put the weights on there, that's your weight. I don't know what this one is. Listen to the very much accidents that happened here. Oh, right. So this little stand is showing what it would have been like to get ill from the cotton mills. You can hear that. That's somebody breathing with the cotton fibres that get into your lungs, and it causes serious damage. Imagine breathing like that constantly. Jesus Christ, I've been terrible. I don't know if there's any other ones like that. There's one that you can listen to here that I've just gone past, but I'm not sure. Let's see what it says. Well, it's a commentary. It's talking about an accident or something like that. Let's carry on to the next bit anyway. You go up the stairs like that because that's the different levels. When you first come in, you're on level. Well, you might have been on level 2 actually, the first one. So I've got to go to the bottom 2. I'm at the top one now, the exhibition space. There's not a lot in here. It says on there that coming soon, spring 2020, they're going to be doing some new stuff. It's got a few little bits in here though, wheelbarrow. It's got tracks on the front of the wheelbarrow. Looks like an old barber's chair or something. I'm not too sure what they're called, but I've seen them before in a miniature version. But that is absolutely massive. That must have been pushing some air into some serious fire, that. Let's talk about Peterloo, the massacre of Manchester. That's an interesting story if anybody wants to have a look at that. What's this here? A healthy profit. Let's have a look. You get a little view of the gardens from up here. Well, a bit of it anyway. Looks like they've kept the original wooden beam there. I don't know if that's talking about maybe the health problems that working in an industry like this can give you. Health and safety for the workers was not considered. Damp, humid, dusty environments, dangerous machinery. You got that right. A lot of children and adults died in the cotton industry. I don't know what this is all about. It seems to be showing a lot about brains and eyes. Eye infection was one of the most common ailments suffered by mill workers. Well, I suppose that's right, isn't it? Because the dust from the cotton and stuff like that, that's how it gets into your lungs. You're breathing it in, get into your eyes. I suppose it's any like little area where it can get into. The mill would be full of cotton dust, making it impossible to see from one end of the room to the other. Jesus, put your eyes in the test to see what it would have been like. Wow, and you see that trying to read through there. But it was horrible. I bet even because you know what's happening, you know that you're breathing it in. Maybe back in them days I wasn't as concerned as now, but even still, must have been terrible. Oh, so yeah, so the sound that you heard before, that must be what happens. So the cotton builds up in your lungs like that. Stops you from being able to take a deep breath, stops you from breathing properly. Some of the treatments, they must have tried giving them lavender, chamomile. I don't think that would have helped very much. So this little exhibition here, this is to show your dexterity to put it to the test. What it is that the mill workers, if they lost concentration for even a couple of seconds, it could be catastrophically dangerous for themselves and the workers around. So you've just got to move that around. I'll have a go at that in a minute. But this is it for this top section, this exhibition place. So I'm going to carry on down now. You'll see the little video of me having a go at that in a minute. I didn't do too well. I'm not afraid to lie about that. Let's carry on. So that train noise, that's when it's touching, isn't it? So. Bastard. Right, well, got to the neck. So I'm at the bottom now and you can see, look at the size of that. Turning for the power. See some of the little entrances to get in it. There's a massive cogs. They come through into this room now. The size of that. So this is the power centre for the mill. I'll go to the next floor above in a minute and I can show you a bit more detail, but this just shows you where its main power comes from. I think there's actually a bit of a steam power as well that we can have a look at. Original wheel pit. Standing here in 1784, you would have seen the heart of the Quarry bank. under construction as labourers built this brick-lined pit and installed the original water wheel. Well, let's have a look then, shall we? Canal is a bit rickety, this, Jesus. So all the water's underneath me there. So like a pathway going through that one. Don't know what all the banging is above me. So let's have a look at the steam power. This wheel must be connected to it in there somehow. So this is the steam engine. Let's wait for this school trip to go past. So I don't know if these are something to do with like the boiler, perhaps. Maybe where they put the wood to burn to make the steam and everything. Let's have a look. This must be one of the old sections you can go down. Oh, here we go. T. Oldham Maker Wellington boiler, 1880. So, well, there you go then. That must be how they get the steam. I don't know if that measures pressure or something like that, maybe. Well, let's have a look. You can walk, because I'm on the top layer now, you can have a look at the steam engine from the top down, so we'll have a look at that now. You can still hear it, you can hear the bubbling of the steam because it's so hot. Amazing the engineering behind something like this. So we've now come into probably the main hub of the house where the power came from. Look at the weights there, just stuck on two big pieces of rock. Now I'm just going to show you. You can see everything's working in here. I'm going to show you the idea behind the house. It was a revolutionary idea. This. It was the only one in the country. So you can see down there. We'll get to that in a minute. The turning, the name's gone out of my head, but you can see it goes up to them cogs, turns, bringing the power up. First to that layer there, where we've just been, then to the second part there for the cotton. So it's like a big, it's all powered by the same building, do you know what I mean? You don't need anything from anywhere else, it's all powered from this same thing. You can see some of the pulleys and the turners there. I'm not too sure about some of the things from the cotton age, let's say. But this is fascinating place. It's a National Trust place if you're interested in visiting. This must be where it's coming up to the top levels for the power. Not too sure what's going on in this one. It's obviously all the same industry, like the cotton, but doing what I do not know. As always, if anybody knows, let me know in the comments what it was used for. Some of the other parts as well. Like I say, I'm not too sure on some bits of it. See some of the cotton coming out quite thin there. There's like tubes of it in there. So that's all going off from the same place into all the barrels. That's crazy. A lot of cotton in the back of that one again. I don't know what these ones are for. It seems to be glass places where you can see the cotton through it. So that just explains there that it's the mule room, where all cotton arrived on the floor and the mill workers would break it apart, use these machines to clean and comb the fibres to spin it into yarn. So that's what these machines are for. And this one. So many different processes up and up until you finally get to actually be able to make cotton properly. We're back in the same room now, so we'll carry on. I'm just having a little walk around the building now, having a little look at the outside. You can see the water wheel from here. Look at the size of that thing. There's areas for kids to have their school dinners and stuff in here, so I can't go into all the rooms, but I can have a little look at the outside. 1687, whatever that piece of machine is there. So I think we'll end it here, I think, today at the old mill. So you can see over there where the river comes down, goes across through that way. The house is over there, and this like branches off into this bit as well, which you can see there. They've put some gate kind of thing on there. But this is the river that powers the house. So everything that I've just been inside and showed you, inside the big wheel and all that kind of stuff, this is where the water actually comes from, and then it gets to there underneath the house. So you can have a little walk around the grounds here if you want to. There's quite a nice park to walk around. I think it's just starting to rain again now, so I think it'll be it for me today. Just wanted to show you where the water actually comes from. Like you say, you can see the house through there, where it's beige, and then the brickwork behind it. That's all coming from that river there. Well, that's a bit of a better view. So I've just been stood over there telling you about the river, so you can see this is a bit of a better view. I didn't think you could get in here, but you actually can. The river goes underneath the bridge there, down the side of the house, and underneath the house. That's just, you can see a bit here, just through these trees. That's where it goes through as well. A nice place, this. Like I say, it's a nice walk. You can go all the way around. I don't know if it comes back this way or goes another way. I'm not too sure. A bit struck for time with the British train system, as bad as it is. I won't go into any detail about that, but it's terrible. But yeah, so this has been the mill, Quarry Bank Mill. I hope you've enjoyed the little video. I know I've said goodbye a few times, but this is the most sincere one now. So this is it.